What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the FallenRedZeo. I'm back with more Star Wars Black Series figures, and this time we have the archive wave through, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm. But in this wave, as you can see, we have a Commander Cody, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and Han Solo and Luke Skywalker in their Hoth outfits. So they have the snow outfits on. I don't really care too much about the Han and Luke. I just got the wave because I wanted all the archive figures, and I don't have a Luke, but I do have the original Han, so I don't really care too much for those two. But I really wanted the Thrawn because I missed out on him originally, and the Commander Cody. So just very cool figures. So nice looking boxes overall. Of course, we have the archive over here, clone Commander Cody on the side, the Lucasfilm logo up there top, Star Wars Black Series, and then a nice looking blister here with the picture of him and everything. So just nice looking overall. And around on the back we have a picture there, and then clone Commander Cody with some of their story and stuff on it. And then of course some of the Lucasfilm 50th stuff, and shows all these Star Wars movies, which I like how the Lucasfilm was more than just Star Wars, but all they're showing is Star Wars and how it started in 1971. So that's very cool that they have that timeline on there as well. But I'm excited to open and check these figures out. Like I said, I'm really excited for the Cody and Thrawn. I can't wait to look at those. So let me go ahead and get these figures open and let's take a look at them. So we're starting off with clone Commander Cody, and he looks awesome. I'm so glad they remade him so I don't have to, pay higher prices and stuff to get the older one. But I just think he looks incredible. Just a very nice looking clone trooper overall. Of course, he has that Phase 2 style helmet, so the one that looks more like the Imperial Stormtroopers. But he is a commander, so he has a lot of yellow and stuff on him just to be able to show he's higher up in command. He has the little visor on. Of course, all sorts of little antennas and stuff coming out from him everywhere, probably for communications and stuff to be able to control all of his troops. But again, has the yellow, so the yellow visor has some yellow there on the helmets, yellow shoulder pads, and yellow paint right there in the center of him, yellow on his hands, yellow on his knee pads, yellow line there on his leg, and then some yellow pockets there on his belt. And then of course the rest is all just your normal clone trooper outfit, just he has some little additional things on it. So there on his back he has this weird backpack looking thing with some gold on it, some gold pockets there, a little canister on his back. So he just looks cool overall because it's a little bit different from a normal clone. He has the colors and stuff built into it, but and then all the other little features and stuff, so it makes him stand out more. But for his movement, so his head can twist all the way around. He can look down and look up, so pretty good movements in the neck. His shoulders probably don't come up very much because it has the little bit stiffer shoulder pads, so they don't really come up, so it's just about 45 degrees or something, not a whole lot, but they can twist all the way around. He's got the bicep twist, the double elbow joint that just bends up that far, so not a whole lot of bending going on in there. And then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. He's got the ab crunch right in there, so it just rocks back and forth a little bit and can twist all the way around. Hips come up to 90 degrees, especially if you twist them there. They can get raised really high up, so pretty good movements in the legs, like I said, especially if you twist it. So it has that thigh twist as well in there. Then we've got a double knee joint that only bends up that far in the back, so not a whole lot of range there, but it's not too bad. And then the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. And just like all the other clones, he comes with the same blaster. So we've got the long blaster rifle and then the normal blaster there. So again, just the normal weapons that all the clones come with, so nothing too special there. And then we do actually have the original Black Series Commander Cody, so you can see there's not a whole lot of difference. It looks like they've maybe brightened up the yellow a little bit, kind of fixed some of the paint, because it looks like this one has some paint issues all over the place. But other than that, they're exactly the same. I don't really see much of any difference at all beyond that. Like I said, just the change of the yellow and then kind of made it cleaner with the paint and stuff. So nothing too different going on between the two. But like I said, I'm just so glad they made another Commander Cody. And our next character is Grand Admiral Thrawn, and he just looks so cool and badass. So he is a Chiss, I think is how you say that, which is a type of alien race where they have blue skin, red eyes, and black hair. So if we look at his face, you could definitely, of course, see the blue skin that stands out, and then you can see his red eyes in there, and then his jet black hair. He's in your standard white Imperial outfit. He's got the nice colored ranking insignias there on his chest, gold shoulder pads up there on his shoulder, and of course his blue hands that go with his blue skin, nice belt around his waist with the holster, and then go down his legs, we just have the high black boots. So overall, he's pretty basic, just a pretty basic figure, nothing too crazy going on here. But for his movements though, his head there can twist all the way around, real stiff to get around there, and then doesn't really move back and forth much. He just does a little bit of 9. His shoulders come up about 90 degrees there and can rotate around. We've got the single elbow joint that bends up there to 90 degrees and has the rotation, and then we got the wrist that twists around and flex back and forth. He's got a bit of an ab crunch right here at his waist, so he can just rock back and forth a little bit and can twist all the way around there. Hips come up a little bit. This side's a little bit stiffer, but I think this side, you can get up to 90 degrees and out to the side that far. He's got thigh twist all the way around and a double knee joint that bends up that far, ending with the foot that flexes back and forth and can twist side to side. So he's a great looking figure overall, just not too many issues with any of his movements or anything. He just looks pretty good and he's nice clean paint and stuff everywhere. And finally he comes with his little blaster gun, so nice little blaster there that we can put in his hand, or you can just stick it down in his holster there, but we're going to go ahead and just put it in his hand. So Grand Admiral Admiral Thrawn there looks pretty awesome, and this is such a great looking figure. And our next character is Han Solo in his Hoth outfit. So he's got the big fur jacket on and all the additional padding to go out in the Hoth's cold temperatures. So this is a nice looking figure. We've had this Han multiple times before, which I'll show, but this time we've got Han in the brown jacket. Again, it's just the heavy brown jacket. It has the nice quilting pattern there up on the top. That's kind of signature for the Hoth stuff. And here he has the hood up around his head, of course, with the scarf wrapped around his face and the fur all the way around it. And then he's got the hat on with the goggles, you know, to protect his face and everything there underneath. So we got the Han Solo there with the new face scanning and stuff. I don't think that looks very much like Han Solo on this figure, but it's not too bad. He's got the insignia of ranks and stuff there in the different colors. Got gloves on his hands, his normal belt on with the holster there around on his leg for his gun, a little communicator there. And there's the whitish gray pants on there again with the quilting right at the knee and the warm gray boots on there. So he looks pretty nice, all nice bundled up. For his movement, so his head there can twist all the way around, and you can take the hood off there. It has the split in the back, so you can take the hood off, but it's just hard to get on and off. But his head can spin there, and then he can look down and up there, so movement in the neck. Shoulders are real stiff there, but they do come up to 90 degrees there and can rotate all the way around. He has the single elbow joint that bends 90 degrees and has the rotation. And the wrists don't really have any movements there. They're kind of solid, but you go up to the top of the glove where it does have a twist all the way around. So you do get that twist, but you don't get any flexing with the hands. Then he has an ab crunch right at his waist, so he crunches forward and back there, so a little bit of movement back and forth, and can twist back and forth. Hips can come up 90 degrees out to the side that far, thigh twist all the way around, a double knee joint that bends up that far, and then the foot can flex back and forth and can twist side to side. So again, just the same Han we've had before. In his accessories, he of course comes with his classic blaster, so we'll go ahead and take, you can't put in his holster, but we'll put it right into his hand. And then he also comes with a pair of the binoculars. There's the white binoculars with the brown strap, and usually I got this like over around his head and over and under his arm and stuff, but this time we'll just kind of hang it up here, up on his shoulder there. So here we have the Archive Wave Han Solo. So if we go to our other one, so here we have the Han Solo from the exclusive set with Leia that came out a while ago. I think it was a Comic-Con exclusive at one point, but there's the Han. He has the same brown coat and everything else is the same, except for on the hood they gave him with the hood down this time and made it this weird fur ring. And I actually think the face looks much better on this one than the new one does, but still it's the same figure just with the hood down. And then we have the old one that came with the tauntaun, so it's again the exact same figure here, just that this one is in the blue outfit instead of the brown, since like I said, people say it apparently changes colors. And then the face was the old one, so I don't think the face looks very good at all compared to the new one, so I think the new one is a much better figure, and I can't wait to take this to add to my tauntaun. And the final figure for the wave is the Luke Skywalker in his Hoth attire, so very similar to what Han Solo is wearing. So he has the hat on with the coverings there around his face, again, you know, keep his face warm. Comes with this extra piece of cloth, of course, that you could like take and wrap around his face or do whatever you want there, whatever. It's just that extra loose piece of cloth. Has the communicator up there sticking out the side of his head. And then his face, I don't think looks very good at all. Just the way they did the printing, it looks all weird. And then I don't know if they were supposed to add this into his face, but he also has like weird little indentions and scratches and stuff, which, you know, he gets attacked by the Wampa and it's supposed to be like his face all being beat up. He should have some blood or scratches on his face if they were going to do this. But it could just be an error messed up in the making of this figure, so I don't think it looks very good. And just the way the eyes look, it's just real creepy. But as I said, he has a very similar outfit to Han on. So he has the coat on with all the quilting sort of design. Underneath, he has more of a cream color outfit. Then he has, of course, the gray quilting underneath there. Then he has the same sort of gloves as Han Solo had. He has a dark brown belt around his waist, nice holster and all sorts of pockets there. Of course, the clip for his lightsaber. Then he has gray pants that have the quilting there around the knees as well. And then he has more tan color boots, very similar to Han's though. So overall, like I said, very similar to Han, just like overall, the real main difference is the size. You can see the height difference between the two. So it's funny that they made Luke Skywalker so much shorter. But for his movement, so his head there can twist all the way around. And then you don't get a whole lot of movement in the neck. He can look up and down there, but it's not as much movement. The shoulders do come up 90 degrees and rotate all the way around. He's got the single elbow joint there to 90 degrees and has the rotation and the same sort of glove design as the Han. So you just twist around right at the top of the glove there. Then he has his ab crunch where he doesn't really crunch back and forth too much, just a little bit there, but he can twist all the way around. Hips come up 90 degrees out to the side that far. He's got the thigh twist all the way around. A double knee joint that bends up that far in the back, so not too bad. He can pretty much kick his own butt. And then the foot flexes back and forth and can twist side to side. So without all the jacket and everything like Han has, Luke has much better movements, but he comes with some weapons. So first off, we just get a little blaster pistol. It looks almost identical to Han's, just Han's doesn't have as big of a like barrel here at the end of it, but otherwise looks exactly the same. And so we can put that in his hand, but of course we don't really see Luke using a gun too much, so we could put it in his holster. But the way mine's designed, it looks like the holster is all smashed down, just the hole, and then it looks like it's not designed right, because especially with how big the barrel is, I can't get the barrel down into the hole at all without forcing it, and I'm afraid I'm gonna end up like breaking the piece off of the gun. So unfortunately, I can't really put that in his holster. But he does, of course, come with his lightsaber with the blue blade there. So we can take that, of course, if you want to take the blade off, you can hook the lightsaber there right on his belt so it can hang there. But we can just go ahead and put the lightsaber in his hands. So there we go. Now Luke's ready to fight off the Wampa, which is pretty cool because I did get that Wampa from last year. So it's going to be perfect to set this Luke up along with that Wampa. So that'll be really cool to do. So there are figures from the Star Wars Black Series Archive Wave 3 set. So overall, I pretty enjoyed it. I really like the Cody and the Thrawn. Like I said, those are the two I want the most. But it's awesome to get the remakes of the Han and Luke. So the Han I can put with my Tauntaun and then Luke to go with the new Wampa I got. So it all just kind of works out perfectly. So there's another Archive Wave in the books. And I feel kind of like the past ones. Like I feel it was kind of a bit let down. Like they feel just kind of boring or something. Like the figures, they're just not as exciting to get. But I think it's just because they're remakes of past figures. So, you know, they've already been out. So there's nothing really new or exciting about them. But that's going to be it for a review of these figures. If you enjoyed this review, let me know with a thumbs up on the video and leave any comments you have for me down below. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.